the 50th.
Go ahead, Audrey.
I'll do the 50th.
50th, for real?
Yeah.
All right, what's going on, everyone? John and Audrey here, back again with another episode of the Real Talk Podcast, episode 45. Apparently, Audrey doesn't like that number. Why don't you like that number, Audrey?
I'm very picky about numbers. I don't know if you know this about me.
It's just like bad juju or something?
Yeah, I don't like certain numbers, and I don't like how they sound. Like, I don't know, I'm weird. Yeah, like, I'm really weird. Like, Ben really found this out about me because I told him that I don't like the number 3. And he was like,
so
what?
You don't like the number 23?
23?
Mm-hmm.
No, not really.
Because it has the number 3.
Yeah, like, I like 33, which is weird because it's 2 3s. But for some reason, I'm fine with 33 because I'm like, okay, it sounds cool. It sounds good. 33 is like, if someone told me you have 33 minutes to live, I'd be like, all right, cool. As opposed to someone telling me you have 43 minutes, I'm like, nah, it doesn't sound right. Tell me 33.
Yeah. You mean take away 10 and I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. I don't know, but yeah, I am weird about numbers. Like, even when I go to the store, like, if my total is one that like always like gives me the heebie-jeebies is when it's like $5.46. I fucking hate that when my change is $5.46. I'm like
specifically 46 or just like a weird like off
I think
number?
It has to be like an off number. Like if it just doesn't make sense in my head, I'm like, I don't like it.
What if your change is like 550?
I'm cool with that. I love that. I love 5.
It's a nice round number, right? Like
5 is like my favorite number. Yeah, I love 5. For me, 5 is like where it's at. Like, if I get 555, I'm like, fuck yeah.
You know what numbers make 5?
What numbers?
Yeah, 2 and 3. 23.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, other numbers. Wait, can you do like? Oh, yeah, you could do 4 5. I mean, 4 1. That makes 5. What else? 2 3. I don't know. This is hurting my head. This is like a type of math, right? This is hurting my head, Audrey.
I know. I for some reason I really like 5 though, so I'm good with 5.
I like those numbers 2, 3, and 5, and then 23.
Do you like 1?
No.
What about 7? Because 7's a lucky number.
Yeah, 7's all right. Like, it's cool. Like when I see the price being $9.97, I was like, all right. I'm saving those 2 cents.
Isn't that weird how our brain plays that trick on us? Like, when you see something on sale, it's $9.99 and you're like, fuck yeah. But if it says $10.99, you're just like, even though it's not really that much of a difference, but you're like, just kind of like, or if it's an even 10, for some reason I feel like I'm getting a great deal. Like when the DVDs, they put them at Best Buy for like $10. I feel it's so satisfying. I'm like, fuck yeah. Or when they're $5, that's even more satisfying. That's like my favorite.
Yeah.
But when they put them free, when they're free, that'd be cool too. I'm like, fuck yeah. But I don't like it when they put them for $3.99. That bugs the hell out of me. I'm like, why couldn't you just? Yeah, I'm like, why couldn't you just put it for $3 instead of $4?
Yeah. What about $2.99?
$2.99? I'm okay with $2.99. I actually like $2.99 because it's not 3.
The Real Talk numbers.
I probably sound crazy right now. People are probably like, what? That makes no sense whatsoever. But
no, but they did a study too, okay, why do we pay for it's like $25.99 free shipping, but then it's like $20 with $5 shipping. Like, we'll say no to that, but we'll say okay to $25.99 plus free shipping. It's like the same thing.
Yeah, I know. Well, because it's all in your brain, because you just feel like, oh, that's another amount that I have to spend. Yeah. Like, that's why I love free shipping. I think if I ever established a website where I sold goods of any kind, I would want to make sure that I offer free shipping.
Yeah.
Because I think I just like it. It's better. It's less like you don't have to mess with anything, and I don't know. I mean, I probably would get the cost into the price, obviously, but I just wouldn't want to have to offer like I'm gonna charge you $6 to $7 of shipping.
Or you're gonna have like Amazon Prime all the time.
Yeah, like just a continuous version of Amazon Prime. That'd be dope. But yeah.
But what are you gonna sell? Tell the audience what are you gonna sell.
Just
She's like,
different
what's the
kinds
thing?
of
Not pathetic.
goods. Just different kinds of goods. Like if I always thought like if I ever sold my artwork, I wouldn't want to charge shipping. But that's a little tricky because artwork comes in different sizes and it would be hard to know what the consistent price of shipping is going to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if I make like a bigger piece, a smaller piece, just the whatever size, it depends on that makes it that changes everything. So it'd be a little tricky, but I don't know.
What's the biggest piece you've ever done? And can
Like
we see it?
actual piece that I finished.
Yeah. And
Because
can we see it?
I've made many pieces of art that I have never finished, which is really really annoying. But every artist does that. But the actual one that I finished was a 16 by 20, and it's in the collection of my mom. She has it because she wanted it, and I was gonna sell it too. And I told my mom, I was like, "Hey, mom, someone wants to buy this," and she was like, "But it's mine." And I was like, "Fuck, you're right."
So are you gonna give me the money then?
Yeah, I told her, I was like, "Well, pay, man." She was like, "Well, I'll pay you for it if you really want me to." And I was like,
But
"No, I
Audrey,
can't."
that's your mom.
I know. That's why I said I didn't take the money, obviously, because I was like, but I really like it. It's a dope picture. It's of Frankenstein and his bride, and yeah, it's pretty massive. 16 by 20. That's a pretty good size.
How is your French guy drawing of Ben going?
I scrapped it. I didn't like it. I was like, Gah!
Did you really though? Like for the one that you were doing yesterday?
Yeah.
Ah. So does that happen to you a lot? Like you're just like you start something and it's just like, I don't want to like you know.
Oh
Just
yeah,
throw it
for
away.
sure. For sure. It's like the most frustrating thing in the world because if something's off about it, like I'll just scrap it and I'll be like, fuck this. And then I'll just never finish it. Or sometimes I have stuff that I'm like really, really into and then I stop for whatever reason and then I just never go back to it and I start on something else. So yeah, it's really frustrating. Like for every piece that I finish creating, I have like 12 others that are just gonna be in the trash.
Yeah, I feel
So
you. So you're like me, but like when I start to write short stories or like when I get an idea for a story for like whatever, like I don't know, like for a movie or something, I'll
mhm.
start with just like the basic story. And then sometimes I'll continue and like even write dialogue and then
Yeah.
I'll just stop and like start on something new or just,
Mhm.
that's how I
And
am.
no, yeah, I think that's part of the process, and that's what makes me feel comfortable because a lot of artists that I know tell me that they do the same thing. They're like, "Oh yeah," they're like, "That's completely normal." They're like, "You're just gonna like destroy a bunch of stuff, and then you're gonna finally do one that you actually like, and that'll be the one that you are like, yes, this is it." But
Yeah.
I just get so sad because I mean, I don't use not to sound like cocky or anything or, pretentious, but I don't
Yeah.
use like really cheap art supplies. I am actually very like peculiar when it
Picky.
comes to, yeah, when it comes to my art supplies. So a lot of the stuff that I have is a little bit more on like the pricier side, so it hurts me like
Yeah.
when I
Just
throw away
God damn
something
it.
because I'm like, oh, my
There goes
heart.
$2 or $3.
Well, yeah, if I look at it that way, it's probably like $1.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know if you know this, but oil paints are expensive. Like a tube of oil paint, like this, like the little ones, that
Yeah.
shit will run you $8, $8 to nine
Damn,
dollars.
really?
Yeah, depending on the color, because there's some colors that are way more expensive than other colors. So I could buy like a big tube of white, and that one would cost me at least like $10, $11. But if I want to get like a nicer color or a pigment that's not really like um mass produced, it could run you 20. I've seen tubes of paint that are like $25 that are
Damn.
like this big. Yeah. So oil paint is very expensive. And
So
I'm
you
very
be
peculiar
painting
about my oil
Gucci.
paint. Yeah, because I'm very peculiar because you could buy like the knockoff brand that they sell like at Michael's and Hobby Lobby and shit, but I don't like it. So in my situation, I'd rather just make the investment and buy what I like,
Yeah. I
you
feel
know?
you. Yeah.
So
That's like shooting a video on like a crappy camera. You're like, you can do it technically, but it's like, nah, you want that quality, The same
yeah.
thing like with a mic or something. You see,
Yeah.
our worlds collide.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah. I
art,
mean, yeah. I think any part of creating, and that's interesting that you say about the mic because we've been looking at getting different mics.
Yeah.
But for me, I feel like this mic is pretty good. Like I think it does the job. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't want to put the investment in buying a like $300 mic
Yeah.
unless this was like my actual job and I was making a living off of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But for right now, I think it's a really good mic, and as long as it gets the job done, you know what I mean?
As long as you don't sound like underwater or something.
Yeah, for sure. Like I feel like for the needs that we have right now, it meets them, so I'm fine. But Ben can definitely be a little bit more like, no, I want a really nice mic, and I'm like, well, I get that, but
Yeah.
they're expensive too, so I'm like, ugh. But have you had to reinvest in a new mic, or do you still have the one that you've always had, the
Yeah,
Yeti?
I still have the same one, the same Black Yeti, and it like fell like 2 times already.
But it still sounds good.
Yeah, it still sounds good. It still looks good. You know, I like the color black.
Yeah.
It looks nice. That's
Do
what I was
you?
gonna say too. Like this mic and camera setup I have right now, like I'm not gonna change it for a while. You know, like
Yeah.
I don't see the need.
And I think it's so crazy because a lot of YouTubers that I watch, they say that they record on their iPhone. Like they even straight up say like, yeah, I bought a Canon or I bought this like a fancier camera, and they're like, but I just went back to recording on my phone, and I'm
Yeah.
like, there you go, you know.
A lot of times it's just easier. I remember like we did that switch too. We're like recording on my Canon and then we just did it on my iPhone.
Yeah, because it is way easier. Like especially if you have a Mac, you can just sync your shit up real quick, you
Yeah.
know. But for me, the only problem with my iPhone is that I run out of space, like storage space. So I'm like, "Ugh, fuck, I
That's
can't."
why you get the how much does this cost me? Like almost 1,500? No, I don't think so.
What?
1,200. That's why you get the 512 gigabyte iPhone like me.
I'm like, what did you spend that much money on? Jesus
Actually,
Christ.
you know what? I'm gonna look it up real quick.
Dude, iPhone is fucking expensive. Oh my god. Oh my
Mine's paid off
god.
already though, so it's nice not paying for it again. But it's like fuck. Now that it's paid off, I want to get the new one this year.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
like fuck, I don't know though, because that's gonna be like you know,
Yeah.
going out of
It's expensive.
Wait,
I
what were you drinking? I didn't see. I was on the Apple website. I'm drinking like 5 drinks again, Audrey. See,
What's wrong with
this is like
you?
a caramel one. It looked kind of weird. Like when I took a sip, like you could only like see a little bit. It looks
Yeah.
weird. Like what the fuck
Yeah,
is that?
it
It's like
looks really messy.
yeah, it's like
Like they
caramel.
fucking like they just squirted all the caramel like
Am I mistaken, or did you used to work at like a coffee place?
a coffee place?
Yeah, it was 1,449. My phone,
Jesus Christ, dude.
1,400.
Does that sound crazy to you when you say it out loud?
Yeah, like when I look at the price, it's like what the fuck, $1,000 just on the phone.
Yeah. But I mean, you
Oh man,
use it every day of your life all day.
that's true. Yeah, a lot of my time is on my phone. Like sadly, like my screen time is at like 6 hours a
Yeah.
day just on my phone.
Really? Oh, I'm so proud of
Yeah.
myself. Mine's only at 2.
No, like I like, and it's frustrating too because it's like, okay, what am I doing? I'm not doing anything. Like
Yeah.
I'm on Instagram like scrolling, and I'm just like, you know what? Like I'm gonna get out of this. You know?
I've been toying with the idea of deleting my social media, but I'm like, I hate it so bad because I only use social media to follow artists
Yeah.
that I like and the occasional family member that's on there. I don't have a lot of family members on social media, but I'm like, fuck, dude. Because if I completely delete everything, I'm gonna feel like I'm missing out. Because I really do enjoy watching artists,
Yeah.
and I like seeing their process, and I like seeing their inspiration, all that jazz. So I'm like, fuck. But I don't know. I feel like a lot of my time is wasted on there. You know. And I think you and I have discussed this a lot of times. It's just kind of like you're like, well, what do I do? So I'm thinking maybe if I just put myself on a strict discipline plan where it's like, okay, if I've been on Instagram for more than like 20 minutes, I can't be on there for more than 20 minutes, and then I can just like shut off my phone or something, or put it on sleep mode. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something. I have to figure something out.
There's like reminders for Instagram after like I'm on there for 15 minutes. It'll tell me, oh hey, like time's up. Like
But do you listen to it, or you're just like, man, shut
a
up?
lot of times I'm just like ignore. I'm not
You're
gonna
like,
lie.
you're like, we're
But
gonna ignore that right now.
but it's like it does remind me like, oh hey, like it's already been 15 minutes, like okay, like hurry up, you know?
Yeah.
But sometimes it's just like I don't know, you just find yourself like scrolling on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, whatever it is. It's like or even TikTok now.
I got off of TikTok and I got off of well, I don't have Twitter. I don't have Snapchat. Well, I do have Snapchat, but I don't ever open it. I don't even know why I have it. And
Yeah.
then Facebook, I just use it for estate sales and yard sales. I like looking at stuff like that, or the marketplace. But that's
Yeah.
it. I don't really use it for anything else.
You know what? It's interesting that you mentioned your Twitter because the other day, I don't know how, but I came across your Twitter.
Oh
I was
yeah,
like,
because
let me
I
see,
have
like
one.
like the last time Audrey was there, and it said you retweeted something in 2016. I
Dude,
was like,
I
oh
know,
shit.
because I've never been able to get a hold, like, get a hang of it. Like, I don't like it,
Yeah,
and Ben swears by it, and I know you like it a lot too. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what am I missing?
yeah,
And I feel like if something happens, Twitter hears it first. Am I mistaken? Like, you'll hear about it
yeah.
first.
That's why I go on there because like, every time I do go on, the first thing I do is go to like the now tab or like the recents tab or like you know the trending tab. There you go. And
Yeah.
there's like a lot of news stuff, like political stuff about like COVID or like the stimulus package or you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to stay informed that way too. Um, but yeah, then I
No, I
find myself like doing that and also watching videos on the same thing I just read on YouTube. So that's why I'm like, maybe I should just stick to one, you know?
know. Hmm. Well, I like YouTube. I'm always on YouTube. So even though it's getting kind of weird, especially with I mean, I don't know if you know much about it, but there's been a lot of drama like with the makeup or whatever they're called, the beauty community. I don't know what they're called. They have a name. I think it's called
Cos-
I think it's called
cosmetologist.
well, I think they call them like the beauty community, I'm assuming, because they're the ones that do like all the makeup shit. But
Yeah,
that like area of YouTube is always involved in like some drama. Like it's always catty than like some crazy ass shit.
yeah,
And I follow like maybe a few, like a handful of YouTubers that do makeup and shit, but I mean it's not a lot. And but I always see videos pop up of like, oh, this person did this and this person called
and
out
they're
this
putting each
person.
other on blast.
Yeah, like they
Damn.
cancel each other out, and it's like gnarly shit. It's not even like baby stuff. It's like stuff that you're like you could go to jail for that. So
Oh shit.
yeah, so it's crazy. I'm like, fuck, dude. It's like you're in high school, but like worse
That's
because
what I wanted to do with the Real Talk channel, but like on the film community, like put fools on blast. Like, dude, like you don't know anything about
you're
movies.
fake.
You're
Oh,
fucking fake, dude.
I was remembering that because I remember you told me about. I don't want to mention their names because once
Yeah,
again,
no
like
names. I'll say no
no names.
names.
But I remember you told me that like there was a YouTube channel that you met, and you were like they were kind of like they didn't know anything about movies, and then I was just like really shocked because they're like pretty famous. Do you remember at all?
Fuck.
I don't want to put them on blast, but I remember I was thinking
Do
about
you
that because
remember who it is?
yeah, I remember, but like I said, I
Text
don't
me.
want to say who it.
Text me. I
So
want
you
to
can be
discuss this.
like, so you can be like, oh, well, no,
Yeah.
because I know that, like I said, they're pretty big, actually.
Damn.
Um, hold on, let me see.
I'll put
But
the full on blast right now too.
but speaking of news, oh my little thing's out. Speaking,
Oh yeah.
do you remember now,
Yeah. I
or
think
am
it's
I
not
just
like they
making shit
didn't
up?
know about like movies. It's like I expected them to like
Be on top of
at,
their shit.
yeah, be on top of their shit. But I mean I get like they're working for like a big company, so they don't have time to see a lot of stuff. But like the some of the stuff I was telling them, oh, like what did you think about this or something? Like I was, what the
Nothing.
fuck? Like, really? Like, how? Like, how did you not know about this or like
This
not
is
seen
your
this? You know?
job.
Like,
Yeah.
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 It's like, what the fuck?
No, I know. It's like surprising, but they probably that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like if you and I actually did this and it was our job, I'm scared that I feel like we would become kind of in a way we wouldn't enjoy movies as we do right now because it would become
Yeah.
our job. Does that make sense? I've
Yeah.
heard a lot of that happening to people. Like once they get big in whatever arena they're in, they're like, yeah, I'm not like I don't find joy in it anymore like I used to because now it's like pressure to make money and you have to make content and all that shit. So I could
Yeah.
totally see how that would happen.
And I think that's part of the reasons why I stopped doing reviews because like a lot of times I would get into like a movie and already start thinking about what am I gonna say about it instead of just like enjoying it, you know?
Yeah.
So that's
I
why I was
remember.
like, you know what? If I start reviewing movies again, like quote unquote or whatever, I'll probably just talk about them. Like I won't be like, hey, you know, like I'll just say, hey, these are my thoughts. That's it. You know, like I won't go too much in depth with them. You know?
Well, that's what you were doing, right? When you were still doing like reviews on the daily. Like it was more of like a chill, like I'm just gonna tell you what I think.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna let it flow, which I thought was good because I like that format as opposed to it being very like a script.
Yeah.
Well, here's
Because
what
then
I
it
did.
kind of seem like fake, no?
Yeah. Hmm. But speaking about news, because we were
Oh
talking about
fuck.
news getting to me the last. I always hear about shit last. Like I hear it from you, or I hear it from Ben, or I hear it from someone else. But I never find out stuff on my own accord because, like I said, I'm never on social media to the point where I can find out. But this morning I heard about something very tragic. We lost a legend, Mr. Ennio Morricone. I hope I said that right. But yeah, he passed away. He was 91 years old. I had no idea he was
I
that.
didn't. Yeah, me either.
I mean, I kind of had a feeling he was old, but I didn't know he was 91. That's crazy. But yeah, he passed away. Which was very sad because he was a legend in his own. I mean, he was a legend.
Composer.
Yeah, he was great, and like hearing the his music just made me like tear up because it's just he had like such a unique sound. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like when you hear Once Upon a Time in the West or when you hear Good, Bad, and the Ugly, like you automatically are like, what is that?
Yeah.
You know? Because it was so unique. And I think he was responsible for just making that sound of the Western. And it was great. So yeah, I was pretty sad about that, but we didn't deserve him.
Oh, I know, and I think he. I don't know if he was convinced by Tarantino to come back for the Hateful Eight, or maybe I'm not too sure about that story, but I know that he like had to retire or something, or like
And then
I don't know.
Quentin was like, "Bro, you got to do this for me." But he did do the one for the Hateful Eight, so
And then I know he did the Thing, and I know
mhm.
he did those westerns too, but um, like
Fistful of
yeah,
Dollars.
I think his score on the Thing is also what made me enjoy that movie even more. Because like for me, that movie again, like I've talked about it plenty of times, but like that movie just like stayed with me, you know. And like
Mhm.
I got the Steelbook. I don't know if I told you.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it looks so cool. Like I want to, but I haven't opened it yet because I'm kind of like scared too. Like I'm like, nah, I just want to keep it intact, you know.
So you're just not even gonna open it. You're just gonna have it there. You're just gonna be looking at it on your shelf. You're gonna
You
be
know,
like,
thinking about it now, I shouldn't open it and just watch my regular copy because I had this one, and
"Oh
then
yeah."
like,
Well, let me see the steelbook. That's the one that I have. I think. I kind of,
wait,
you know
oh
what?
yeah,
I'm gonna have to watch. I probably will watch Fistful of Dollars today in his honor, or maybe The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I'm not sure, but I should definitely watch that.
I want to watch the Hateful Eight because if it's still on Netflix, I didn't know it was like it's like 4 episodes, I think, and they're each like an hour long.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You
I'm
didn't
like,
watch
what the
that?
hell? Like, I knew like he did something like that, but I didn't know it was like he added so much to it. because I think when I saw it in theaters, he did like that road show, and it did have a like intermission and stuff like that. But I think it was like just almost like 3 hours. So there's like almost like a full hour plus that he added.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I thought you had watched that for sure.
No, I still haven't. Where the hell? Okay, I don't know my ABCs.
Obviously, John isn't as organized as he looks. Just kidding.
It's because I don't know my letters. I'm like, where's T? Like, what comes before and after?
Come on, John. Repeat after me. A, B, C, D, E, F. Oh, damn. That's sick.
It's like the Scream Factory edition. Like they put like all these special features and stuff, and like
That's
I think
dope.
it's a 4K scan of the film too.
Ooh.
I don't know what
That's
that
so
means.
cool. That's super cool. You
Yeah.
ordered it online or what?
Yeah, this
That's
shit's
great.
dope. Like I don't want to open it, even though it's like kind of open right here in the middle.
Well,
But
I would at least take off the plastic because I feel like it'll look better without the plastic. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I mean, you could even have that shit on display because it's really cool looking.
But look at side by
Look
side.
at the difference. I know. I never really liked the artwork for the original one, to be honest. I never really cared for it.
What is this supposed to be? Like just some light coming out of the hood?
Yeah,
It reminds me of The Shining.
I know, right? But the other one's way better, for sure. That's great.
I got so bummed out because I don't know if I told you. I don't think I told you. I'm sorry, Audrey. I don't tell you things. But I went to the drive-in like 2 times last week, and I got so bummed out because there was another double feature that Beyond Fest was curating, and it was the Evil Dead plus the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It was like Ash versus Leatherface, supposedly.
Mm.
Man, I wanted to get tickets to that, but it sold out so fast.
So what'd you go see?
On July 3rd. No. I don't even remember the days. July 4th was Saturday, right? So July 2nd. Yeah, on Thursday, July 2nd, I went kind of with Alex.
Oh yeah, I saw that he posted that.
We went on like kind of like double date thing, but like in a car.
Right.
We were just like next to each other. But we went to see Jaws and Tremors.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it was like a double feature. That was pretty cool. I like my first time seeing Jaws on the big screen.
Was that cool?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And I didn't know this was a thing, but like in like a lot of iconic moments, everybody would start like beeping, like their car horn. Like cheering, like hell yeah.
Yeah, it was like a movie party at the Alamo. Yeah. That's so cool.
So that was really cool.
Man, I'm so pissed. They've been promising us here that they're gonna reopen the drive-in. I still don't know when that's gonna happen because it hasn't happened yet. I'm really pissed about it. But I'm really excited because I love the drive-in. I love the whole experience. But I don't know when they're gonna or what they're gonna show. I'm very curious. I think I saw that the first one that they were gonna show would be Trolls, and I was like, lame. I don't want to watch that. But a scary movie would be great. I'd be super down.
Like that double feature, like the Evil Dead and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like dude, like that's so dope.
Yeah, that would be great, especially Texas Chainsaw. Yeah, that'd be dope. I'm really, really.
Still creeps me out.
I mean, it's creepy. Speaking of being creeped out, I binge watched a little show that just premiered on Netflix again, or I shouldn't say again, but premiered, which was Unsolved Mysteries.
Oh yeah.
Rebooted because apparently it was a big thing. I don't shoot me, but I had no idea. I had never heard about the show until it just rebooted. But apparently it was a big deal back in the day. It was a big show that came out.
I had no idea about it until now too.
Thank you. I had no idea. And Ben's like, how did you not ever see this? And I was like, I didn't have cable. So I didn't know. And if I got to see cable shows, it was because they were like reruns and I would see them like years later. So
yeah. We were latchly kids.
Yeah, like I didn't have freaking cable. But anyways, so yeah, apparently it was like a big deal back in the day, and it's just like it's a show that just talks about these stories. But Fuck, dude, if you get the chance, you should
You
definitely watch
recommend
it.
it?
Yeah, 100%.
Damn.
100%. It's a nice show to watch, and it's only 6 episodes, which is kind of a bummer.
It's like a docu-series? I think that's what I seen or something.
Well, each episode is a different story.
Hmm.
But they're true stories, obviously. And like I said, it's only 6 episodes, so you could finish it fairly
I
quickly.
heard something completely different. Like I heard it like sucks.
Really?
Yeah, there's someone that does what we do on YouTube, and like they didn't like it at all. Like I seen them tweet about it, and that's
Yeah.
how I found out about it. Like I think I seen it somewhere that I like premiered Unsolved Mysteries. Like, all right, and then I seen that like like that they didn't like it, and then I seen someone else post about it, but I had no idea it was like a reboot or something.
Yeah, it's a reboot. I mean, okay, I did have problems with it, obviously, but I'm saying as a whole, I enjoyed it. And the stories, I'm like, what the fuck? Like when you hear about stuff like this, you're like, how
Yeah,
is this even possible?
kind of
Like,
like Tiger King.
yeah, exactly. It creeps you out. Like it creeped me out. Like the first night that I watched the first one, I was like, what? And then I did my own investigating because obviously. So like after I watched the story, I did my own investigating. And then I found out stuff that they didn't say on the show, which was my complaint. Because I felt like in the show they romanticized it a lot and like they were kind of biased because
Yeah,
they didn't tell you all the details that they found. So I feel like they kind of left it out for whatever reason, just so it could seem more
they had an
unsolved.
agenda.
Huh?
They had an agenda.
I don't know, dude. I honestly have no idea. But they did use like some stories in a way where I was like, why are they trying to portray this person in a different light when it wasn't really like that? But
Yeah.
but yeah, I was definitely freaked out with some of the stories. I was like, fuck, that's crazy.
So
But yeah.
so kind of like yeah, like when there's movies based on like real events, they'll probably like spice it up a little bit to make it more like interesting than it is or something.
Mm-hmm.
So you think it had that effect a little bit?
Yeah, like I said, I feel like these stories didn't need anything additional because on their own, if you hear the story, you're like, what the fuck? But I felt like they left out details, so I think they left out important information that if they had put in the show, I would have been like, fuck, I would have already known who did the killing or who did whatever, you know.
Okay,
But
so they left out
mhm,
things on purpose, but to make it more like
like, oh yeah, like it's a mystery. When in
yeah.
reality, I could have easily been like, no, I know exactly who did it.
Like, nah, it was Fred. Like 100% you can tell it was Fred.
Yeah, for sure. So I want you to watch at least the first one. And then from there, I think you'll gauge if you are interested in the rest. But I think you should definitely at least watch the first episode. And
Yeah.
then you can tell me if you like it or not.
Wait, but like, what does it entail? Like, is it like ghost story, like sightings or something like that, or just like, crimes, like a murder
No,
crime or something?
it's more crimes, like murder
Oh,
crimes.
okay.
There is one that has to do with supernatural stuff, but that's it. All the other ones are more like
All
crimes.
right, that's the one I'm gonna skip because I don't. That's
You
what
don't
creeps
like
me out.
yeah. So you don't watch like Ghost Adventures or anything like that.
Well, Ghost Adventures, yeah, but if it like again, if it comes with like, oh, this girl got possessed or something, I don't want to like that. Shit creeps me out.
I actually was watching this interview with a guy
Who was
that said, huh?
who was possessed?
No, he said that he had family back in his hometown. He's somewhere from India. I'm not sure exactly where, but his family still lives over there. And
Yeah,
apparently they're priests. He used another word for it. I don't remember what it was.
minister.
No, it was something else. But he said that they basically handle cases of people that come in that are possessed. And people were like, the people that he was interviewing with were like, oh, dude, like, is it crazy? Like how they show in the movies, like people like yelling and screaming and convulsing and whatnot and throwing up.
Ah,
And, but he was like, no, he's like, not really. He's like, if anything, it just looks like they are just mentally ill. Like, it doesn't look like they're like in the movies. He's like, it doesn't look like in the movies at all. He's like, it just looks like someone that is
Just talking.
having some sort of like episode, like a panic attack or something. And I'm like, I could see that, how that could be misconstrued as being possessed.
So basically, like, if you want to say people are possessed, just drive down like Hollywood Boulevard.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And you see people talking to themselves and like just
Yeah.
acting weird. So yeah, but I feel like maybe if you saw a real one, you wouldn't be as scared because you'd be like, oh well. But
You
I don't
think that's
know.
all it is. So basically, I mean, The Exorcist scarred me for life, basically.
Well, how old are you when you watched The Exorcist?
Probably like 26. No, I saw it barely,
Like last year.
yeah, just last year. No, I think I saw it maybe like early middle school or like before middle school. Because I
Okay.
remember like being into like Freddy and Jason and like
Yeah.
Leatherface and all those dudes. So eventually, like, I heard about what's her name? I want to say Emily for some reason, but I don't know. That's the exorcism of Emily Rose. But then
Yeah.
I heard about the freaking Exorcist. So I was like, all right, I'll check it out. And I don't know if it was on TV or I rented it, but yeah.
Well, I watched The Exorcist too when I was a little bit older than most people because I know most people watch that movie. It's kind of like a gateway drug, I feel, to horror movies. Like a lot of kids watch it when they're 11 and they're like, yeah, I was terrified for life and then whatever. But I was forbidden to watch that movie. My mom was like, if you watch that movie, you'll
You'll
be
die.
possessed. Yeah, she was like, you'll be possessed. And because she would tell me like all this crazy shit about it. I was like, what the heck, mom?
Oh,
But
and you didn't go to school, huh? Like, so you didn't
no,
have everybody like, hey,
no. And the only reason that I watched it, and I think it's because my mom told me not to watch it, that made whoops. So I think the fact that my mom told me specifically not to watch it made me want to watch it 10 times more. So when I was like 14 and I was like of age to go to Blockbuster and just, I think there was a certain age that you couldn't rent movies, right? I think you had to be like over 13 or something like that. I don't remember.
yeah.
But I was like, the first movie, I was like, yep, I'm watching this. And then I watched it and I was like, fuck, yeah, well, maybe I shouldn't have watched that. But it
It was
became one
really,
of my favorite movies. Yeah, it became one of my favorite movies. So
yeah.
I think that goes with, like I said, my mom just telling me not to watch it. I was like, well, I'm gonna watch it.
That's like us, like being like human normally. Just like if
Yeah.
we tell us not to do something, then we'll do it
Yep.
even more.
Which is why I told Ben that if I have kids or when I have kids, I'm going to be pretty open with what they watch because I feel like the more you constrain someone, the more they want to do it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And he's like, well, I'm not going to let my kid watch that. And I'm like, dude, he's going to find a way to watch it with or without you. So might as well just watch it with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, might as well let them drink with you.
Yeah.
I mean, they're like 13 or something.
Beer when they're 13, get them horribly drunk. I'm just kidding. I shouldn't say that. But
Yeah.
I was like, I kind of have that perception in my head because my parents were pretty chill when it came to letting me watch certain movies.
Yeah.
The Exorcist was forbidden, but that's because they were super religious and that was just a huge no-no. But they could watch violent movies and they didn't care, which doesn't make any sense. But
Like action, like rated R action films.
yeah, because I was watching that one movie. God, I forgot about it. What was it called? The one with John Travolta. Oh my
Face
god. Yes. And I remember I was like little, and I was like, I don't think I'm supposed to be watching this. I was like, this is really, really violent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And my parents, they would let me watch it like that. So I feel like it's all balance. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They just didn't want you to like get possessed.
Right. And that was
They
because
really-
they were religious. So like I said, for them, that's a huge no-no. Anything that
Yeah.
has to do with possession was just like, no, you're not going to watch that. But violence is okay. Just kidding.
I'm like shooting people and everything.
That's
fine. Like,
fine.
it has
You
to do
want
with
to
the
stab
devil.
someone? Yeah. Which is so funny to me. I'm like, Jesus, that's crazy. But yeah, so I do want you to watch that show just to let me know what you think. Because I want to
Yeah.
see if you are interested in it at all.
No, yeah, I think I've like again, like I think I've seen it a little bit on even on Netflix when I signed on. That's why I was like, oh, maybe it's like, I think it said like docu series on it or something. But I'll watch it, and especially if it's only like 6 episodes. And I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
because I like all that mystery stuff. Like even when like my mom watches like I don't know if it was like NCIS or something like one of those shows. I'm kind of interested too. Like, oh shit, like who the fuck killed this person? You know, like so it's like, all right, like
You sit there, you're like, Mom, what happened?
yeah.
Does
I
your
think she
mom?
watches like Blue Bloods or something like that too, like
Oh
another
yeah.
cop show or I don't know, but yeah,
Well, these are crazy because they're actually real. So you're just like, what the fuck? Wait, is Blue Bloods real? Are they based on true stories? Because I know like there's some crime shows that are actually based on true stories.
yeah. Like some of them, even if it's like all like made up or something, like just like hey, let's do like a drama or whatever. Like
Mm,
I've heard that some of the stories are like taken from like real life cases and stuff like that. And
mm.
but again, they just like spice it up or something.
Yeah, they have to make it interesting enough for people to be like into it, you know?
Yeah,
But all of that stuff is like super creepy to me because I'm like, how in the heck did
but
anyone not see this coming?
yeah,
But yeah, I actually I did enjoy it for the most part. But like I said, I did have my things I didn't like. But I'll
something
leave
that
it
I
at that.
recommend for you to watch that's on Netflix is 365 Days.
You told me that you couldn't get past it.
I finished it finally. Oh man, like you gotta watch it with Ben, either high or just drunk, or both,
I'm so
and just
confused
enjoy
though.
it. It's like one of those movies. It's like so bad that it's like
It's
just hilarious.
so it's a movie, but it's like 50 Shades of Grey, but like a knockoff version.
Yeah, it's like one of those type of movies. So there's like a lot of those scenes and stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
it's just like the whole like just everything about it. Like it's just hilarious. Like if you want to have a good time, like watching it, like I recommend it.
Really?
Yeah,
You were
it's
like, I
not
can't
good
even
at
get
all. But
past
like,
it.
what happened?
Because you were like, I can't even get like past. You were like, I've been watching it like in spurts. Because
Yeah,
you're
I watch it in spurts because again, like I'm watching it and it's funny, but it seems like well, like I want to watch something else, you know.
so,
And now like finishing it, and I see why people are talking about it as in like yeah, it's like so bad, it's good, you know.
yeah.
So
Hmm. I don't know. I've heard a lot of buzz about it. Like there was a lot of posts on Facebook of my friends being like, "Oh, I just watched 300 or whatever it's called, 65 days." And I was like, "What is this?" And I looked it up and I was like, "Oh,
a
cuz I
lot of
didn't really
girls are saying like, oh no, like it's actually really good, like it's like something that you know, like 50 Shades of Grey.
yeah.
What? Like that's what you want? Or like,
If it's the
huh?
same if it's the same as 50 Shades of Grey, I probably won't like it cuz I really did not like 50 Shades of Grey. I freaking hated that movie. I think I
I
watched the
ended
first
my
one.
relationship, my past relationship. That's the last movie I saw in theaters with my ex.
That's what broke you guys up, huh?
Yep.
Because she liked it, and you were like, I can't be with someone that actually likes this.
Yeah, what the hell? Like I wanted to save ourselves to marriage, and she's over here like, you know.
No, I completely, I don't understand the whole hype behind that. I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude. But
Yeah.
women love that stuff. Oh my God. It's crazy. But I will definitely,
You know you like it too, Audrey, low key.
no, I really don't. Like I said, I really don't like 50 Shades of Grey. I couldn't get behind it at all. And I even tried reading the book because at that time I was working at Barnes and Nobles and I remember everyone was reading it. And my boss was like, "Well, you should read it. Like even just so you know, like when people come in so you can talk to them about it, blah blah blah." And I was like, "Yeah, okay, whatever." And I could not. I was like, I can't get past it. Nope.
Yeah.
But
You're
yeah,
just like, yeah.
it's not doing it for me. But another movie going kind of straying away from this, a movie that I rewatched was Endgame. Well,
Yeah.
actually, I rewatched Endgame and Infinity Wars, and what was the other one that we saw?
Civil War.
Civil War. Well, I watched parts of that, and Winter Soldier. I watched parts of that, but I didn't really pay attention because the more and more I think about it, I didn't really like those movies at all. I'm like, they're kind of boring.
Audrey, we're about to lose subscribers.
I mean, I think it's known. I think I've told you plenty of times that I've never been a fan of Captain America's solo movies.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Um,
think so. I remember that.
yeah, but now rewatching Endgame, I was like, man, I don't think I liked it. I think I liked it less. I was like, damn, I didn't think that was possible.
You thought it was
Um,
too long?
to be honest, the first part of it just kind of drags. Now that I rewatch it, I'm like, I was kind of bored. The first half, I'm just like,
Like it has some action. Wait, does it? Or is it
no,
just
dude,
literally
it's
them, like,
literally them
talking?
just going back and forth into the trying to figure out like the future, how that's gonna work, and it's like a little bit of action when Hawkeye gets involved, and like that's it, and then Ant-Man gets involved,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and the only action you really get is towards the end when everyone's just gonna collide. I'm like, everyone's
So everybody's just yeah.
but and then I was rewatching it. I was like, I really didn't like Captain Marvel either. They disgraced her with that haircut, Jesus Christ. And then
Yeah. And it's
Ben was
weird
like,
because the way they shot that was the first time Brie Larson was playing Captain Marvel. Because I think she shot that first and then she did her movie.
oh,
But it's
yeah.
like weird. They released her movie first, you know?
Yeah.
So she had a lot of, not, I don't think, like, again, she didn't say this word by word, but she said, like, it was a weird, like, trying to first time play someone, but, like, supposedly with her having, like, a lot of history in that universe or whatever, you know? Like,
Yeah.
so,
So
yeah.
is that why her hair's cut? Because in the beginning, like when she first appears, she has her long hair. And then when she shows up when they're gonna get into it, it's
Yeah.
short. So I was like, what's happening? I didn't watch her solo movie because it just looked really bad, and I refused. I was like, nope.
Yeah,
But
it's not the best.
so I don't really know if her character is just supposed to be like that, or if her character is like that in her movie. I'm assuming it is, and if it is, then I don't really care to see it because, like I said, I didn't like it at all.
Yeah. No, she has her long hair throughout her movie. And then so it's like kind of like, okay, well now she just decided to cut it for whatever reason.
She's like, I'm going for a change,
Yeah.
but
I
like,
don't know.
did she act like that in her movie? Very like, I'm better than everyone.
Mm, kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really hard to relate to her. And that's why I didn't like about the movie. Not that like, hey, I relate to Steve Rogers better because I don't know, but like at least they made an effort, to kind of like
To make
show
them
his
likable.
past. Yeah, like to show his past and some of his struggles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Granted, she only has had one movie, but at the same time, like the way they tried to like, oh, I just didn't buy it, And
Yeah.
it's not a dig at Brie Larson because I've seen her and stuff, and I think she's a great actress. Like she's, she could
Yeah.
pull it
Yeah.
off. But I just think it was just like the writing and the fact that like they had to get that movie like in before Endgame and stuff like that. So I think a lot
No,
of stuff.
yeah. I like Brie Larson too, so I was really surprised that they did her dirty like that. But but, I didn't like her attitude, and then I was laughing because in the beginning there's that part where she's like she shows up and she's like walks off and they're like, where are you going? And she's like, to kill Thanos. And then Black Widow's like, well, we actually work as a team, like we kind of like try and figure things out. But she's just like very like, well, I'm gonna just go kill him by myself. Like I know you guys can't do it, but I can. So
Yeah.
I was just like, oh my god, I can't stand that attitude that she has. But
Yeah.
I guess like I said, I don't know much about her, so I don't know if that's just the way she acts in her movie too. But I didn't like that. I was like, that's
Well, I
annoying.
mean, it's not like she has a right to, but there's only two characters that like Thanos needed help with, like fighting, and she's one of them, and also Scarlet Witch,
Yeah.
because like
No,
he
I
was
know
getting
she's
his ass kicked.
yeah. No, I know she's powerful, which is another part that made me laugh. And Ben too, we were talking about it because there's that part where she shows up and then all the girls show up because like
Yeah.
it's like girl power.
Yeah, it's like one of
They're
those
like,
moments, like
she has help, and I'm just like, oh god, because she could. She could have done that on her own. Like she literally just zooms by.
Yeah.
But they were like, she has help. Oh my
That
god.
that definitely felt forced. In the first one, there was a moment like that,
Yeah.
but I didn't feel like it was forced. Like, it was just okay, cool, 3 girls kicking ass,
Yeah.
or 4. I'm not too
Yeah,
sure.
it's Scarlet Witch and Black Widow. They go and back up. Oh no, it wasn't Scarlet Witch. I don't know, but yeah, I know what
Oh
you're
no,
talking
it was Diane Guerrera's character from Black Widow,
about.
and Black Widow, and then Scarlet Witch comes in. Yeah, but they
Yeah.
had that little moment. It was cool. I felt like it felt natural,
But
But
this one
like
was
in this movie,
literally
like they
all
stopped.
the girls. Literally. Even freaking Pepper Potts shows
Yeah,
up. And I'm like, oh my god. Just stuff like that. Rewatching it, I'm just like, oh.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, I'm not gonna bash on it anymore because I feel like I'm just gonna seem like a hater. But I just really didn't. I'm like, oh, I didn't like it that much.
yeah.
It makes me sad. The ending I did like, but not as much as I would have hoped.
Yeah, it's more just kind of like an achievement in the sense of like, oh, like, they got there, like they got to where they wanted to get to, like, and I guess
Yeah.
in terms of the story and like all those movies, like kind of like a celebration, like an anniversary thing.
Yeah, if anything, it was just being emotion like it was an emotional ride for us, the audience and the fans, because we've been with them since Iron Man. And
Yeah,
to just see all of it, come together, it's exciting and you get like happy and whatnot. But the actual movie itself could have definitely had a little bit of work.
I still like Infinity War better, like as a movie. I think it
Mhm.
like just like runs, it's like flows well, and it just like from beginning to end, it's just like a great, solid, just solo story, I guess.
Mhm.
Like, what if they just ended it there, Audrey? Like no end
There-
game, like just
There's no end game. It's just that's it. I mean, shit.
that would
They
have
would
been
have
ballsy. Like,
they would have just
fuck.
been gone. I
Yeah,
mean, and part of me is kind of like, well, I guess it's only natural.
I don't think there's ever been. I mean, I know I'm wrong, but like, I've never seen a movie or a show that just ends like that, like on a bad note,
That would have been crazy,
like on a
dude.
franchise, because
People people would have
like I
lost.
know like there's like The Empire Strikes Back, like yeah, it ends kind of like sour, but then there's the next one.
Yeah, and it redeems. They always redeem it.
Yeah,
It has redeeming movie. My bad. But the more and more I watched Endgame, the more and more I like Thanos as a character himself. Rewatching it, I was like, I actually really like Thanos and like
yeah,
everything he says, and I was like, I'm here for it, dude. I'm on your side. I'm
yeah.
on your side, bro. And then I think it's so cute when he's like when he's like picking vegetables in his little garden, like he's like retired, he's just chilling.
He went to
He's
the
like making him,
Philippines,
yeah, he's like making himself some food, he's cooking it up, and then they show
and the
up.
Avengers came and fucked it up. Like, come
Yeah,
on,
they just
dude.
come
Like,
and like cut his head off. I'm like, what the hell? He was being peaceful. He didn't care, which I thought was interesting because, like I said, I had a conversation with Ben. And I was like, so does that make him a good villain? That he just had like he just had one thing that he wanted to accomplish, which was to put balance back into the universe, right? And after that, he was done. He didn't want to be mean or bad or bad guy anymore. He was just like, all right, I did what I had to do. Now I'm good. I'm gonna retire. So does
yeah,
that make him a good villain? Because when you think of a villain, you just think of someone that wants to just do chaos all the time. Like they just want to fuck shit up.
yeah.
But with him, it was kind of like he was just like, oh, I'm good. Like I don't need to do any of this stuff. I already did what I had to do. So I'm just gonna chill now.
I think there's a lot of villains that like don't have quite the power like Thanos did, where he could just literally do everything he wanted with a snap.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I feel like there's a lot of villains that continue to like cause anarchy and stuff because they like if they can do it, like, hey, like let's just do everything I want in one single snap like that. And I
Mm-hmm.
think before that, Thanos, like, I mean, we didn't see it, on screen and stuff like, but Thanos did do a lot of like stuff. So, I mean, I really do like him. Like, to be honest, like he's one of my favorite villains in like
Mm-hmm.
the movies now, like in like cinematic, history or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I feel like because he literally just did everything he wanted to in like one swoop. So I
Yeah.
feel like at the end of the day, like that would be a lot of villains too. Like if they had all that power, just do
And they
everything.
just stop. They could just do what they had to do. Well,
Yeah,
that's so then you think that all villains do have one purpose that they, if they could accomplish, they would just chill
yeah. Like
for the
they were
most
just they all have retirement plans.
part. Like
You
they have
know?
a little island where they go and retire to. Like, all right, I already did what I. Oh, you destroyed that planet? Yeah, me too. Well, I'm gonna go chill
Yeah, like a lot. Well, unless it's like the Joker, he just wanted, he
to wreak
didn't have a
havoc.
plan. Yeah, like, but a lot of villains, like a lot of people, bad guys, they just don't want either like a lot of money, a lot of power, like take over the
Yeah.
world or take over the universe. So I'm
Uh-huh.
pretty sure like after that, like they were okay, I'm in charge. Like
Yeah, because when I think about it, I'm like, actually, Thanos showed pretty good restraint. Like he had good self power in himself because he had all the power in the universe, really, literally in the
yeah,
glove with the gauntlet. And after he did what he had to do, he stopped. Like he didn't get power hungry and was like, I'm gonna go do more. You know,
yeah.
he just was like, all right, I'm good. So kudos to him.
Maybe that's like saying something. I get
Like,
what you mean though. I get what you mean. Like maybe he's not so bad after all. Like
maybe he's not as terrible. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think he's as terrible as a villain as there are other villains. I think could have been much worse, even though he did do some gnarly stuff, like you said. But he had one purpose, and that was it. He was like, "All right, I have a purpose. I'm done, and on. That's it. We're moving on." But, anyways, yeah,
I mean, he said he showed mercy to everybody that he wiped out, like because he literally just made them vanish. Like he could have killed them, like in a horrible
yeah,
way, but he just let it. Okay, no, I just want them to vanish. So he showed some like compassion, and he cried when he had to kill his daughter.
right. I
That
know.
always still gets me, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, that one.
Music and everything, like
It made me sad too, because you just see her that she's not expecting it at all. Because
yeah,
she would have never a million years would have thought that he actually cared about her,
yeah,
how he treated her. And then he treats Nebula like crap. And poor Nebula just always wants his approval.
she's just trying to do everything she can for him, and he's like, nah, like I like Gamora better or something.
Yeah, which I'm like, what the fuck? But he's just a he's just such a dick to her. But anyways, so yeah, we rewatched that, and rewatching it, I'm kind of like, not as great as I first. I mean, I was never like I didn't love it when I watched it. I liked
Yeah,
it, but and I'll still say that I like it, but I still had a lot of problems with it. But yeah,
it's not your favorite superhero / comic book film.
yeah, no, definitely not. Definitely not.
And I think that's just for me, like the MCU. Like they are great, they're fun, entertaining. But like other than like a few select film like of their movies, like that really like damn like this like the first Iron Man or Guardians or even something like Black Panther, like all the other ones are just like all right, they're like they did their purpose.
I think Guardians was just great. And we talked about this too, that I think it was just amazing just because it was so unique and it was so well made. Like, oh my God. Like even in Endgame, like once you hear the little music, you already know that it's gonna be Guardians because that's
Yeah,
like their staple. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And I thought that was genius on James Gunn part. He just did an amazing job. So that's definitely, I think, probably one of my favorite movies because I just think I can't find anything wrong with that movie at all.
yeah.
And I can definitely rewatch that one. So, but yeah, that
Did
was
you
a lot.
watch? I know. I saw you come.
I
Like,
gotta
okay,
catch a breath.
where do we go now? Okay, it's gonna be my turn to talk, Audrey.
Sorry. Whew.
No, you're good. But I remember. I'm pretty sure you remember too. It was just literally a few minutes ago where I told you I went to the drive-in twice. So I also went on the first, and that was to I actually have the box right here. Watch. They even gave us this little box with goodies, which is kind of cool.
To
So
go
it
to
was
the
about,
drive-in?
yeah, like the drive-in, but it was like arc light at the drive-in.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, so like they gave us this little popcorn thing. Right.
Oh, cool.
I didn't eat it because like we had food. So I was like, oh, I'll keep this. This is gonna be like a cool little background thing. And then they also gave us this, the little box.
Oh wow, curated by Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, it was
What
pretty
did it
cool. It
have?
just has like water and like another bag of popcorn and like a little snack bar.
What the
Pretty
fuck?
cool.
We never get shit like that.
You should demand change, Audrey.
Yeah, like what the heck? That's dope. You see, that's what makes companies stand out. If I get something like that, I'm like, hell yeah, you got my business.
Yeah, I really appreciated that. And like, oh well, ArcLight for me, like they're pretty cool. They're expensive as fuck, but I like
Oh yeah.
all the movies they show there and stuff. I wish there was just one closer to us. Well, like we had
They're
to drive from
pretentious.
here to all the way to Los Angeles, get into an accident, be late, and all that stuff.
Was that the one that we went to?
Yeah, that was ArcLight.
Because I know there's another one. What's the other one called? The one that's right there too? Or is it just the ArcLight? Am I getting it?
ArcLight. There's a Cinerama Dome
Oh, okay, yeah. That's the one.
and Lemley Playhouse Theater.
Because there's another one that I know is pretty ritzy, and it's there too that I went to. What was it called? Fuck, I forgot. But yeah, I guess is it the Grove? I don't remember. But the but the ArcLight did. I always remember liking it because I remember even when we went to go watch Woodstock. Was that what it was called? I was like,
it's on Netflix, by the way, if you want to check it out again.
I don't know about that, but
we recently got a comment on our review of it.
Shut up.
Really, yeah. 5 days ago, the user Lily Rose said, so basically try to kind of be nice about it, but your whole point, you guys hated it. LOL.
Yeah.
So I guess during the review, like I forgot to check it out again, but we kind of try to dance around the fact, since it was like I feel like it was 824. It was 824, right?
I mean, I think we both really wanted to like it, but it was just not happening. Like we're like, nope. Because it did have some nice stuff about it. Like it was pretty to look at, whatnot. Same thing that we say in the review. If you want to go watch it. But yeah, ultimately, I think we just didn't like it.
Yeah, unfortunately, because I know you were really excited about it, and then me, like slowly but surely, I got excited about it too.
I mean, it looked great.
The trailers look pretty cool.
It looked great, and it was about weed, and it was like, yeah, it's gonna be all psychedelic and whatnot. And then
Dunst as well. I know you like her too.
It just didn't make any fucking sense. I was like, what? And I can usually get behind shit like that. You know what I mean? Like I watch a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense, but I can still make sense of it. And that's when I just was like, nope.
Did you like the new Suspiria, the newest one?
Mm-mm. Nope.
What's his name? Who directed it? He directed Call Me by Your Name. Yeah, Luca Guadagnino.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Luca. I didn't like it either. But
I thought you did like it.
See, like I didn't mind it, but it's something I don't think I'll ever watch it again. Like I'll watch something like Climax again. Like
oh yeah.
Freaking Alex, when we went to go see Suspiria, he thought we were watching Climax.
Oh my god. Oh, yeah, I remember. You were like, he was all confused. He was like, what?
Like halfway through the movie.
Watching?
Hey, I thought this was Climax.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Parts of Suspiria that I liked were obviously the score. I thought Tom did an amazing job. He did great. But other than that,
the cinematography was pretty cool too. Like a lot of different of the shots and stuff like that.
Yeah, but you see, the original one was super colorful.
Yeah, that's another thing. Real quick, I haven't seen the original, so like I have no like basis, comparing it or anything like that.
And when you look at the original, I can totally see why you would be like, well, this isn't scary, or like the way they look, the effects aren't the greatest.
Like dated or something.
Yeah, they're dated. But all in all, I think it was just a great movie because it was so ahead of its time. And the score was amazing too. And just the way it set up atmosphere was really, really good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I definitely stand behind the original 1,000%. But the remake, I thought just kind of felt short, and it was just I don't know.
There's a lot of people that love the new one, and I think probably even more than the first one. So I understand like when you I'm pretty sure there's like a lot of films like Me and You Love, like, oh, dude, like this, and then other people hate, you know.
Yeah.
So
No,
yeah,
yeah, for
it
sure.
is. But
And what made me feel better about it is that I read that Luca he didn't want to do it as a remake. He wanted to make it what he perceived from it, from the original. So it
yeah,
wasn't a strict like remake where he was literally just remaking the movie. No, it was more of a his interpretation of it. So that made me feel a little bit better. I was
yeah.
like, okay, like I can get behind that. But I still wasn't like sold on it. I
So
was like,
kind of like a almost like an homage or something or
mhm.
homage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I read a interview and he said that it was more so how he perceived it at a young age watching it, the original. So I was like, okay, well that makes sense, but I still wasn't like, oh, this is great, you know. And I was so disappointed because obviously I love Call Me by Your Name.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
So you're
which
expecting another one, like especially with Suspiria attached, like the name. So wait, I
yeah,
don't think you were excited though, were you? Like,
no, I wasn't. Remember, I was like, I wasn't. I mean, I was excited, but I wasn't at the same time because I was
yeah,
like, man, they're gonna mass it. When I heard that he was gonna do it, I was excited because I was like, okay, they're gonna do it, maybe he'll do great. But at first, I was like, no, why?
you're excited to like a certain extent, like excited and worried, hesitant, you know, like
I always am. I always am. When they're gonna remake something that's such a powerhouse of a
yeah,
movie, I'm always like, fuck, dude, you're gonna fuck it up.
like don't touch it. Like
I'm
they better
trying.
not remake the thing. I know it has like a prequel. Have you seen the prequel?
We did. Yeah, I did.
Did you like
With,
it?
with what's her name? Mary Elizabeth something or other.
Yeah, with Ramona from Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
That's what I always call her.
Actually, I didn't hate it. I mean, it wasn't the greatest, but I didn't hate it. It was okay. I think you should watch it if you like the original.
Yeah,
It's worth a
I
watch.
want to. I was almost gonna buy it the other day. I went to Frankenstein's and I was gonna buy it there, but I was like, nah, for $14, like I'd pay like $8 for it.
Yeah. No,
So
yeah, I get that. I would definitely rent it if it's like $1. And if you can buy it for like 3, $4, then go for it, you know? Uh,
yeah.
but yeah. And then speaking of movies, did you see that A24 is coming out with that special collector's edition of Midsummer that's like has a bunch of
Oh yeah, a bunch
cool
of little extras and stuff.
yeah, and it's gonna be $45. I was like, fucking A. And
Yeah,
I
there's
was
a
like
lot of those.
was thinking about buying it, but I was like, oh, I can't.
They crossed my mind, but there's so many like variants, especially on Midsummer for some reason. Like yeah, I'm pretty sure you know who Zach Pope is, right? He got one. I think I don't know if it was like a steel book or like a kind of like a book as well. Like it came like in a little book or something. But he had a pretty cool one. I was all right. That's pretty cool. But then they came out with this one, and then I seen like two more like weird special edition ones like that. You know, fold out like that and shit.
Yeah,
So I'm just, you know what? I have the Blu-ray. I'm good with that. You know,
you don't need anything else.
they got.
Yeah.
I don't need anything else.
Well, we bought the original, like the DVD, and yeah, I mean, I'm happy with that. I don't really.
Yeah.
Like,
Even though you guys dressed up as in Halloween.
I know, but I'm like good with it. Like I'm like I don't,
Yeah.
especially for $45. I don't think so. I could buy like at least 3 movies with that. You know what I
I
mean?
ain't getting no $5 milkshake.
But I know that it's definitely gonna be something that probably will sell out because of because it comes with a
Oh
little.
yeah, I
bit
think I don't know if they said it's sold out already, but I can only imagine it is. You know,
Yeah, and
it's like as everything they do, like the shorts. Remember they did the shorts and like little water containers. I don't know. They have a lot of stuff, but they always sell. They always do it like like oh, we only have like 150. You know,
yeah.
and
No,
then they
yeah.
just always sell out, which is cool. You know, but yeah,
I'm excited, dude. I can't wait for another movie like that to come out. I live for those movies when they're gonna be released. The one I'm looking forward to is Candyman. I really hope that one lives
yeah.
up. I don't know if you saw this really neat thing that I saw that came out. They did they did a like a little I mean, I guess it's considered a trailer. I don't think it is, but it's
Yeah.
like a little. It's like puppets, and they're like showing like a story within a story. I guess it's weird. I'll link it to you. I don't think you've seen it, but I'll link it to you. It's really cool though, because they're like little paper puppets, and they're kind of showing the story of Candyman, and it's super dope. It's like 3 minutes long. And
3 minutes or 30?
3.
Oh, I was like, wait, what? 30 minutes?
No, it's like 3 minutes long. It's really cool though. It's really neat. I watching that got me super excited for the movie to come out because I was like, fuck yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah.
But I'll link it to you for sure so you can check it out.
Yeah, I definitely got to rewatch the first one because I haven't seen it in a long time.
I mean,
I've seen it, but
that movie when I watched it, I was kind of like, what the fuck? There was some aspects of it that I didn't understand, but I think it was still pretty good. Like I liked it for what it was, and I mean, for being an 80s movie, I was like, shit.
What about Child's Play, the one that came out last year? Did you like that? Did you see it?
Yeah, of course. No, I didn't like that one at all. Ooh.
Really? For real?
I
didn't like I couldn't get behind the doll design.
Yeah, no, dude.
It like 2 days ago.
I couldn't get behind it either. I was like, what the heck?
Like, it looked different from the posters and the trailers. Like, I was like, okay, I can see it, but like actually watching, I'm like, I can't. Like, I just love the original design so much, you know?
Freaking nuts.
I know that's like a doll you'll be scared of. And this one, his eyes just glow red, like.
And he was just, that's what I tell everyone. I'm like, look, he was just missing the attitude, the panache that the original one had. I don't care. Even he looked bad, but he just didn't even have the attitude.
Yeah, the first one was like he would say shit to you and like be like smart and like
he was
have an attitude and shit,
He was a freaking smartass, yeah, and he was a gangster. He wasn't a gangster. He was a murderer, a serial killer,
lord or whatever.
He was like a serial killer. So yeah, so he was freaking crazy. But in the remake, it was more like he was just a weird little doll.
Yeah, like all his security protocols were like taken away.
Yeah,
and some of the stuff like they try to do with him, like being able to control stuff.
Yeah,
but yeah, that was definitely missing, like the look and then his attitude and stuff.
And at one point, I did feel bad for him. Like I was like, oh, that's so sad. But then I was like, oh, whatever.
He kept singing his theme song.
Yes, I was like, damn, I'll be your friend. Fuck, dude, all right, I'll be your friend. God. But nah. Then afterwards, I was like, nah.
I did like Mark Hamill as it though, because like even though he's like murderous and trying to kill people, I just kept thinking about the Joker.
Right.
You can always hear like a slight hint of the Joker.
Yeah, I mean that's just because his voice is so iconic, So that's like anytime Mark Hamill comes out, like he already has that instant villain vibe, because he plays the voice. He does the voice for the Avatar for one of the characters for the Fire Lord, and instantly when I heard it, I was like, oh, it's Mark Hamill, and it automatically gave him like an edge. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's done a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah,
not just Star Wars, but yeah.
And I think that that's so cool that he to have a voice that's so distinguished.
Iconic. Yeah.
Like a Christopher Lee or an Alan Rickman. All those people, Morgan Freeman, they have just such cool voices.
Yeah.
I want to have
Keith David.
Huh?
Even Keith David, from now that I'm watching The Thing, Keith David has a unique voice too.
Yeah, for sure. Ooh. But yeah, definitely. I want to have surgery to make my voice sound more interesting.
What about Tremors?
Have you seen Tremors?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? I think it's funny because we talked about Tremors, I think, in one of our other podcasts. Because aren't they going to remake it?
I think I heard something like that.
Or am I getting confused?
Up until this past week.
You've never had seen it?
Never seen it.
What? I thought you had.
No. I've never seen Tremors.
So what'd you think?
I actually really liked it.
I mean, it's cheesy, right?
Cheesy. It's like fun,
Yeah.
But it was entertaining. Like I was highly okay, cool. How the hell they're gonna like run away like from these things? Like even if they
Yeah.
walk, they'll be able to hear them, because of the vibrations and stuff like that. But like I thought it was cool. Like I really liked it. I don't want to see the 5 sequels, but
Oh yeah. I think
I thought that was cool.
in Tremors 3 or something, they fly. I don't even remember. I
No
haven't
way.
watched. Yeah, I haven't watched the remakes, the second, third, or whatever. The sequel, my
Yeah,
bad, remakes. But yeah, the first one is entertaining, for what
yeah,
it is. But I mean, it is kind of cheesy looking, you gotta admit.
yeah.
You're just kind of
But
like,
at least it's they're prosthetic, or how's it called? Like they're not CGI. I
practical.
think
Yeah, it's
they're
practical.
practical. Yeah, yeah. So I
Yeah, yeah.
appreciated that.
Like Jaws.
Yeah, like Jaws, and also the Thing.
Yes.
There's something about like when it's there and it's practical. It's like you know.
And I think it's so sad that now everything's CGI. I wish everything was practical or people would use more
Not
practical effects.
Thanos. Nah, just kidding. Imagine big old purple
Thanos,
dude.
yeah. He's just walking around. Oh, but it's so funny because you can still tell it's what's his name?
Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin, yeah.
He even has like if you really look at it, like he even has like little things right here, like if he had a beard.
Yeah.
And also the hair, like you can see where his hair would be.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that's
yeah.
how I don't know.
And I was reading something on James Gunn page where he said that Drax, it would take forever to do his
Oh
makeup.
yeah, I seen that. Like 5 hours, right, or something like that.
Like 3 hours or something like that, and then that he had to wear, like, a suit or something like that. I didn't even understand why, but I'm assuming it's because he had all those things on him, you know? I thought
I
that was
think
makeup.
that's what he did with the second one, huh? Like I think they said it went like down to like 90 minutes.
Mhm.
They
Yeah.
like came with some like rubber suit or whatever, like
They
shirt.
had
They
it
so
down
they
to a science.
yeah.
The makeup artist was like, "Alright, I'm not gonna be doing this every fucking morning, alright? So,
And kudos
we're
to
gonna have to figure
Batista
something."
for like putting up with that. Like that's
Just
how you know he was really like cool. Like he believed in James Gunn's vision. Like okay, like I'll just sit here, and
I
wait.
mean, him and, Nebula, because I think Nebula
Oh
is and recognizable. When I found out that she's the same girl that came out in Jumanji, I was like, "What? No
yeah,
freaking
yeah.
way. She doesn't
She's
look
pretty.
like." I mean, I always thought Nebula looked cool,
Yeah,
and I like Nebula. I've always liked Nebula,
me
but
too.
I had no idea that it was her. I was like, "Whoa, she did a
Yeah,
great job." I mean, she did a great job.
yeah.
But, she looks unrecognizable, and I think they put, like, contacts because her eyes look so buggy. They look so
All black, huh?
yeah, and Mantis too. Mantis looks great too, so
Antis and even Gamora, Zoe Saldana. Like, I think you can tell more that's
yeah.
Zoe under the makeup.
She's just painted green and has the wig on. But, I mean, I'm sure she has other stuff, obviously.
And even Michael Rooker too.
Yeah, yeah, and Bradley Cooper, I mean, how'd they get him looking like
Imagine. That's what
Dude,
sucks that I don't see like whenever do they do interviews or like red carpets or something. I don't like Bradley Cooper and Vin Diesel are there, but they're always like separated from the cast.
I wonder why.
Like they're not always like hey together because they didn't shoot the scenes with them. They always
Yeah,
they just did voiceovers.
hmm,
So I
but
feel
that's
like, but
crazy.
it's it's like Rocket's voice, like it's him. you know.
And I think it's crazy because, the fact that he wasn't with them and he was still able to translate the chemistry.
Yeah,
Like they still had really good chemistry with the other
yeah,
cast members. And rewatching the movie, I was like, how did Bradley Cooper do that? Because his voice, like you can tell it's Bradley Cooper, but not really. Like he does such a good job
yeah,
making his voice just match Rocket. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Crazy to me. I'm like, damn. He did.
Especially when you see that, and then like I feel like he was doing some sort of like a different voice for A Stars Born, like more like a country,
You're
southern
like,
boy.
what the heck? That's Rocket.
Yeah, exactly. Like he made his own. I
But
wonder what he's doing next. If he's gonna direct again, are you interested?
oh yeah, for sure. I would definitely love to see. I would love to see more from him and Ethan Hawke. I wish Ethan Hawke would work on something.
He did Ethan Hawke Blaze, right?
Hmm.
I remember you told me to check it out. I still haven't, but I know that the girl who comes on Arrested Development comes out in it. I didn't know that before. I was like, oh wait, it's the same girl.
It's such a heartwarming movie. It's so like, oh. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think you should definitely check it out, even if you don't know anything about it. It's still, I think, a good watch. I haven't seen it streaming on anywhere. I actually kind of want to buy it now that I think about it. I should put that on my list.
You know what? I thought I saw it on Amazon.
Oh, maybe.
Hold
I
up,
wouldn't
hold
be
up.
surprised. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a wish list on Amazon of the movies that I want. But the thing that sucks is that Amazon doesn't have all the movies that I want, so I can't really do that.
Oh, it's on Amazon/Showtime. So
Oh,
if you have Showtime,
that's how they get you. They're like, if you want to watch this movie, you have to add this on.
and then just
I
pay
was
more than you would if you had cable and shit.
Yeah. I was really, really surprised that HBO Max has such a really good collection of Criterion movies. That I even canceled Criterion because I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna get HBO Max instead.
Really?
Yeah, because HBO Max has some really good movies that I've been looking for, uh,
Yeah.
that Criterion didn't even have. So I was like, well, what the fuck? Like, I'm just gonna do that. Because Criterion, I feel like they don't really change their movies out that often. So I was like, "Mwah." But yeah, I was super surprised because HBO Max had this one movie that I've been wanting to watch called Breaking the Waves,
Yeah.
and I was like, what? They freaking have it. I'm going through their stuff right now. Yeah, they have great movies, and
And they added the Ultimate Edition of Batman v Superman, which is way better than the original. So I'm glad that they're streaming that one. Like I feel like they listen to their fans. Like, hey,
yeah,
we have the DC stuff, but you don't like the original. Okay, we'll give you the one you want. You know.
yeah, they're like,
So
all right, we'll make up for it.
and also just the fact that it's like HBO and you get all their shows. Like they have a lot of high quality shows that I still want to like watch. Like right after Arrested Development, I want to start The Leftovers finally.
Oh yeah, I heard about that show. Ben told me that it's really really good.
Yeah, because it's the same guy who did Watchmen and Lost, and like I love those shows. So it's
Yeah.
like I'm pretty sure a lot of people say The Leftovers are actually better. It's actually better than Lost. I think it's only like 3 seasons,
Mhm.
but
Yeah, I checked it out. I didn't start watching it, but he said it was actually really really good. So,
and I like that concept of like you know just everybody just I guess goes to heaven or something. What is that called?
everyone goes to heaven?
Yeah, like half the people, like well, the people who are
Oh,
supposed
it's
to have,
a rapture.
yeah, the rapture. There you go. That's like
Mhm.
a fascinating idea, like for a show, like
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
at least for me.
I haven't seen Lost, so for me, I think it'd be a little bit hard to get into it. But who knows? Maybe I'll like it a lot.
Yeah,
But it's definitely on my queue.
yeah, you have to, Audrey, because look, I have a shrine. A
Yeah,
shrine
dude. No
to
kidding.
Lost.
Jesus Christ. You're like the number one fan.
I
I
have a
wanna
shrine to Lost and Watchmen.
I wanna have a shrine to like that, but for Seinfeld. The only problem is that I don't like Pops, and I feel like that's the only thing that actually has, like, stuff like that.
Yeah,
And, um, there was a collector's edition of, like, the Puffy shirt, which is something that comes on the show, and I really wanted it, but it was $100, and I was like, I don't want it that bad."
hey, well, your birthday's
In
next month,
August. Yep. I
so
can't
maybe
believe
Ben,
it,
if
dude.
he's watching, no, I'm just kidding.
I know.
Has a
Uh,
birthday idea.
yeah, for sure. I can't believe it's gonna be my birthday again. I'm like, what the fuck? I feel like it would just happen. But yeah, time
Really?
goes by fast. Yes, dude.
I get uncomfortable now thinking about it. I'm uncomfortable thinking about like, fuck, it's gonna be my birthday in a few months.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And October, right?
no, November.
November. Fuck.
Now you're messing with me, Audrey.
Wait, is it October or is it November?
November
November 1st, right?
2nd.
2nd. God damn it. Okay, I was close. Kind of.
Yours is the 15th.
Yes.
Okay, August 15th. I was gonna say 23.
You know I don't like that
What,
number.
what about that number 15?
I love 15 because it has a 5 in it.
Okay, it's like a nice round number, right?
Yeah, but if it was
What
like
is
August 3rd, I'd wreak havoc. I'd be like, what?
What
Or I
about?
like it.
So you would legally change your birthday if it was a 3 or something?
No.
Can you do that?
I don't know. I'm sure you can.
You can change
I
your
don't
name.
I don't think I would go to that extent though.
Yeah. So thank God it's on the 15th.
Yeah. There you go. Oh, sorry. Whew.
So I've been looking at this for a while now. Aaron Johnson. How
Wow.
on Independence Day was Bill Pullman this weekend, and I thought the actual film was great. The aliens were not as comedic like in Mars Attacks. Bill Pullman's speech is terrific. So, how was your 4th of July weekend? Did you celebrate? Did you do anything?
No, I didn't. I didn't do anything at all. Well, I mean, fireworks are banned, so there wasn't any fireworks, which I thought was nuts because I was like, "Whoa, that's crazy." I've never heard a more quiet 4th of July as I
Yeah,
did. But no, to be honest, that's always a holiday that I'm kind of like, meh. Especially this year, I felt like we didn't really have much to celebrate, especially in the current state of affairs that we find ourselves right now as
yeah,
United States. But I definitely saw a bunch of my friends. They would still like say like, "Oh, happy 4th of July," but I was like, I don't really care. What about you? Did you guys cook out?
well, my family did. I had to work, and I got out of like 8:30, so I still had a chance to go, but not only because again, yeah, I was kind of like, why am I going to celebrate, especially right now,
Yeah.
So I felt like that, but also still like I was like 4th of July for me, like it was fun when I was a kid, but what are we gonna do? Just watch fireworks? Like it's the same thing. I've been watching fireworks for 27 years, like nothing has changed,
They're like, I'm over it.
Yeah, and like over here, we've been having fireworks for like a month before.
Yeah.
It's like crazy. Like over here, they're still like today. Earlier today, I heard someone like, it's like it's
Doing
the
it.
middle of the day. What are you doing? Like.
Yeah. I know.
So I mean, my brother went with my uncle, and they had like burgers and hot dogs and a lot of fireworks around them. But I didn't go. I just stayed home and I watched The Raid. I don't know if you've seen that movie, The Raid Redemption. It's the Indonesian action film. But
Mm-mm.
no, I didn't do it. And even last year too. Last year I think I just watched Stranger Things with my friend, and we went to Rat's Coffee because they had like a special like edition of the Stranger Things like coffee. So we got some of that and just chilled throughout the rest of the day at home.
Mhm. Yeah,
So
I didn't do anything last year either. And I mean, I've never been crazy about doing anything like I said on 4th of July.
yeah,
It's just another day for me. But but yeah, here the people get crazy. They like blew up a fireworks stand. I was like, "Oh."
really, Jesus,
Yeah. I was like, "Oh my goodness." But I definitely did see a lot of people that were like, "Well, I'm not celebrating this year, blah blah blah."
yeah,
I mean, that was expected. I kind of thought, I was like, man, imagine they just were like, you know what? The holiday's canceled, just like the rest of the year has been canceled.
yeah,
That's what it feels like. It feels like this year has just been canceled. Like it was on YouTube and it was like, you know what? 2020, you're not going to be a year.
yeah. It's like it all feels like blended, right? Like it's all just one big like month. It doesn't feel like July
Yeah. Like I
rain.
haven't been going through the seasons or anything like that.
Yeah, it's just like
Weird.
at the end of the day, I hope it's just one big blur.
Yeah.
Like just
I'm
get on
just,
with it.
I'm like, what? Okay. That's weird. I don't even know how we're going to refer back to this. Like, yeah, remember that one year that we just didn't do anything?
Hopefully, I mean it's gonna go down in the history books, but hopefully we forget about 2020.
Which is crazy because people were so excited for 2020.
Yeah, I mean, I was too. 'Cause it's like a whole new decade, you know. It's like just a whole new like for me. I was like, all right, like I'm gonna use this year to like do X, Y, and Z, and just those plans went to shit, you know.
We're like,
But you know,
it is what it is.
it is what it is, Audrey.
We always got next year and the year before and the year after that.
Let me see here. I also watched Love and Basketball. That's the one I watched when I went to the drive-in with the ArcLight.
Oh yeah, I did ask you. I was like, what the heck? What did you watch?
Love and Basketball and Crazy Rich Asians.
What'd you think of that? Those were more romantic.
Yeah, supposedly it was like movies to make you fall in love. Like each night has a like a theme or something.
So John, the question is, did you take
And the movie was
because I know she's probably watching this right now and she's probably hoping that you mention her.
she has commented. I'm not gonna lie, here and there. She does watch right now. She's not in states, so she's somewhere else. But yeah,
That's all I'm gonna say about that.
I'm gonna say we went both nights to the drive-in.
Wow, both nights.
Both nights. She even came. That's how you know it's serious. She came with me to Frankincense.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
Aww.
But anyways, I'll tell you later, Audrey.
No, it has to be on air. Just kidding.
Nah, because then
This is the dating part of the segment of the show. So learn from John, gentlemen. Take your lady to the drive-in
and Frankincense.
Well, I mean, if she's into that, because if not, she'll probably have a lousy ass time. But if she is, you got yourself a winner.
She has to be a nerd like me.
I mean, yeah. And I think that's more easily, you could definitely find someone that is way nerdier now. I feel like right now you can find a girl that's into that stuff.
It's kind of like in to be like a nerd about something, huh? Like anime, like whatever it is.
Yeah, for sure. So I feel
like, oh, what, you like Star Wars?
Oh my God, really?
Insert insult here.
Yeah, so I think the fact that she enjoyed Frankincense is a good sign.
Yeah. That was my biggest test. That's what I say. That's how you know it's serious. The drive-in was after, so if that Frankincense didn't go well, we wouldn't have gone to the drive-in.
Damn. Wait, but you had already seen Crazy Rich Asians, right?
Yeah, I think I saw it with you. No?
Why did we watch that?
I think it was just like the newest release that came out. I think this when you came over here.
Did we go just you and me,
or something, or
did Alex go with us that time?
Did Alex?
Yeah. No, huh?
I don't know. I know he went with us to watch Inside Out, which is weird.
Yeah.
But that was with you, right? Am I tripping? We didn't go see
No, yeah. Now that I think about it, I think we did go watch it together, but I'm trying to remember when and where. Which theater? Did we go to Harkins?
DMC.
So. Oh, yeah. It was like one of the times that I visited and I stayed with my cousin, I think. Right?
I think so. I don't remember where you were staying, but yeah, it was one of those times. And then we just saw it because it was like the new release. Like, oh, fuck it. We'll just go see it,
Yeah.
And I ended up really liking it.
Yeah, it's a great movie. I love that movie. It's actually really funny. I enjoy Awkwafina immensely in that movie.
Yeah.
And the wedding scene, man, just makes you fucking cry. You're just like, fuck.
And I felt like, I think I said this to you, like I felt like underdressed watching that movie because everybody's so shit, like so rich and like, damn, like what the hell?
It just makes you want to go and be all bougie.
Exactly.
Right? You just want to be like, damn, dog. Yeah, I know. I watched it recently. Well, not recently, but I did watch it again with Ben, and I think he liked it too. It's a good movie. It's like one of those rom-coms that I feel like guys would enjoy and girls.
Yeah.
So
I liked it too. But I actually really liked Love and Basketball too. I thought it was really cute, really charming.
I haven't
watched it before, so
years. I haven't seen that movie since I was like 14 years old, 13 years old.
Yeah.
Baby Audrey.
Baby Audrey. Teen Audrey.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen that movie in a long time. But I mean, I remember liking it. It was all the rage back in the day. People loved it. So
Yeah, it's like one of those movies like not a lot of people talk about. So I finally watched it. It was cool. I really liked it.
what did your lady friend think?
She liked both of them.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, cool. Imagine if she was like, that fucking sucks. Why would you bring me to watch this, John?
I know.
John would have been like, you know what? I'm not giving you a ride back. You can take
We
it.
actually went in her car, so
Oh, damn.
that's why I had to play nice until it was over. No, just kidding.
Fuck no, dude. Every time I would go on a date, I would always make sure to take my own car.
I remember you telling me that one time.
I never let the guy pick me up, ever.
But what if it was like right now with you and Ben?
Okay, well, that's different because he's my actual boyfriend. But if it was like just a guy that I was getting to know,
Like
nope.
dating? Like what if it was like until like what? How far into like dating would you let like be okay?
We would have to be on at least
5
like
dates.
4 or 5 dates. Yeah, like five dates.
You think that's enough time to be like, okay, he's not crazy. He's not, you know.
I mean, shit. After watching Unsolved Mysteries, there's no amount of time to know that he's not crazy. Ben could be crazy.
Ooh, Ben, if you're watching.
I mean, shit. It's true. I'm telling you, watch the show. You'll know what I mean.
Or technically, you can be crazy too.
Yeah, it's true. Everyone can be crazy. You can be crazy. Everyone can be crazy. It just takes a switch. I'm telling you, watch the show and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
But you never really get to know a person like completely, like 100%.
Well, it just makes you scared because you're like, well, what the fuck? Like, you look at someone, you've been with them for years. Like, I'm not even saying, oh, they were boyfriend and girlfriend for like 5 years. No, you're with someone for like 30 years. And then all of a sudden, they just turn around and stab you in the back. You're like, what the heck? I thought we were cool.
The way you said it.
Like, I don't get it. It's crazy.
Like during this whole quarantine time, there's been a lot of more
domestic violence.
Domestic violence and like divorces and stuff.
I just see people like choking each other, like
get out of the fucking house. Like that's so crazy. That just goes to show that like how really well do you know? Because like you can get so consumed by just going to work all the time, you know, and not like being fully aware of what's going on in home or like with your spouse or something, you know. That to me is kind of weird. Like, why? Like, you don't really know the person you're living with, like who you're married with, or like what the hell? Like, why is that? You know?
Yeah,
that's weird.
I think it's just a mixture of cabin fever, like The Shining.
Oh, that's shit, man.
Yeah, like I'm serious. Like it's a mixture of just being stuck in somewhere and you can't do anything.
You're just frustrated.
And you're like, oh my god, like what am I gonna do? And you're like, well, I think I'm just gonna kill my wife and kids.
Do you think there's gonna be a lot of people with like some sort of like PTSD about all this?
Yeah, I definitely think so because I think it was a big, like a drastic change. You know what I mean? Especially for people that already were in
tight spaces.
No, that were already in like an abusive relationship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So for them, I think like fuck, like this must be horrible, you know?
Yeah.
And I think like sometimes people that are in those relationships, their only chance to have a little bit of peace is when that person goes to work or when they go do whatever they have to do. They don't even have that right now. They're just like, oh my god, you know? So I feel for those people. Like I really do. Like I hope that nothing that they would be able to get out of that situation, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely crazy times. I think that's why it's important to kind of have your own space, even if you're here at home. You know what I mean? To have your own space, like to where, okay, I'll go over here, you over here, you do something that you like to do, and I'll do something that I like to do.
Yeah, you need your alone time sometimes.
Yeah, and then you can reconnect.
That happens with me. Like a lot of times, like I like being, you know, around this girl and stuff. But a lot of times I find myself, well, like I kind of want to be alone. I just want to
Oh,
chill,
you need to go home now.
like watch yeah, like watch my movies or like game. I don't know why that is. Like
I
like
mean, shit, it's normal. Like, I'm the same way. Like, obviously, me and Ben can't be joined at the hip all day. So there's times where I just want to watch YouTube videos that I want to watch, or something, or draw, or play a video game, whatever it is, even just be on my phone. But you just
yeah,
want to have that time. And same for him, like when he's playing his video games or he's doing whatever he wants. I think that it is normal. Like, I don't think you're weird for saying like I don't want to be with her 24/7, because I don't think anyone could feel like that.
yeah.
I mean, maybe in the beginning, but even then, I mean, shit, you do need like
Like the honeymoon phase.
you need a minute to breathe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like yeah, because that's I don't know, like not that like it's not the fact that like, okay, cool, like maybe I haven't been in a relationship for a while or something, and I got used to it. It's just like you always just need your own personal space, kind of
Yeah.
like a restarting point or something, You just need to like
Yeah,
chill,
yeah,
relax, gather your thoughts. Okay, cool, like
yeah. And I've heard that relationships where each person has their own relationship with themselves do way better than when they're codependent, meaning that they depend on each other for happiness.
yeah,
So I think that's really important, to for you to be happy being with yourself and like having your own thing, and likewise for the other person. So yeah, I think that's good. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
yeah. So that's gonna be our segment of real talk dating.
You guys enjoyed it. If
Because you
you
know what,
didn't,
Audrey, I forgot that we didn't really talk about this.
oh my god, this poor poor viewer.
We just said, "Hey, what'd you do for 4th of July?" And we're
Yeah,
just like, we just kind of like forgot about this. But I mean,
and
for me,
you're doing
Independence
great.
Day obviously is like for me, it's like a classic to obviously watch on Independence Day. But like also like a summer movie. It's just like it's just fun. It's Will Smith, Jeff Goldblum, and then obviously that Bill Pullman speech is iconic. It's
Mhm.
just for me like a 90s movie, like one of those 90s actions films is always a fun ride. Haven't seen the second one, and I have no interest in watching it, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, me either. Same
But
here.
I also like Mars Attacks. I love how quirky it is, how like weird. It's just Tim Burton, and it's like I love
Yeah.
the cast as well, and like I grew up watching it, and like I was just fascinating with the aliens, like
Yeah.
fascinated by them, like when I was smaller. And I actually just bought it because I haven't seen it in a long time, so I just bought it like last month, and I want to watch it again.
Yeah,
So what
no.
about you, Audrey? What do you think about those películas?
Well, no, I feel the same way. I love Independence Day. I always have. It's one of those like great feel good movies. It's kind of like in the same lines as Armageddon, where you just
Yeah,
it, um, and yeah, I mean, Mars Attack is also very quirky, and obviously, like you said, it's Tim Burton. But yeah, no, Bill Pullman's speech is great. It's like obviously really really famous. So yeah, I think it's good that you decided to watch it on.
especially on like Independence Day. It's like, okay, cool. I feel like it's also it makes you feel kind of a certain way like about America and stuff.
You're like, hell
Especially
yeah.
with that speech, like fuck yeah, like
Get all political. You're like, yes.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I know. I completely agree. It's a great movie. I haven't seen it in a while. I actually kind of want to rewatch it because I don't remember the last time I watched it. It's been a minute.
And I want to see like how well they played off each other, Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum, because that for me seems like a weird combo, like weird combination.
Yeah, because they're both very like out there in their
Yeah,
comedy.
they have
Wait,
their own distinct personalities.
so you didn't watch the remake?
The second one I haven't seen it.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Wait, is that this? Yeah, okay. I was getting confused. I was like, wait, was there another one? But yeah, I'm getting confused with the second one. I actually did watch it. It wasn't bad. I don't remember
Really?
I don't remember hating it. I was just
Yeah.
like, okay, cool. But but I mean, you could definitely go without watching it, so you're fine.
What about Deep Blue Sea?
Oh my goodness.
I just
Nope.
thought about it because it's like of Jaws.
I
Do
know.
you like Jaws, Audrey, or nah?
I mean, I like it. I respect it, but it's not something that I'm like, fuck yeah, Jaws.
Yeah. It's
I'm
not
not.
like your go-to for like trick or treat. Like it's not your go-to for like Halloween or something.
Yeah, it's just it's there, and I can respect it. Like I said, it was way ahead of its time, and the whole practical effects was super cool for the time. But and it's a classic, but I'm not like, oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah. You wouldn't go see it at the drive-in like me.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, actually, I probably would because it would be really tight to see it because it's such an old movie, you know?
Yeah.
So that would
Uh,
actually be a really cool place to see it.
I, I,
What?
I still like that would be such a cool screening to go to, like
Oh,
Evil
yeah.
Dead and Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Like, man, like, damn it, man, I'm pissed. I turned their notifications on though, so like every time they tweet about something, actually, I have 4 notifications on Twitter. Holy shit!
You're missing out on important news.
Out. Fuck. You see, this is how I get updated, Audrey, by Twitter. Yep, and for sure enough, they tweeted something. Oh, they tweeted about fucking the composer that passed away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but anyways, but yeah, Audrey, what do you have planned for this coming week? Anything like
And
you're waiting for? Like, did you order anything online? You're looking forward
oh
to playing
yeah,
more Animal Crossing.
I stay. Well, don't get me started on Animal Crossing because I'm pissed at John because I got Nintendo, whatever the fuck it's called, to be online just so I could go visit John's island, and he didn't even invite me. I'm
I said,
pissed.
oh, tomorrow or something, and it's.
He just
But see,
forgot.
that's when the whole driving stuff started. Like, I've been driving twice.
You know what? But that's really lame. That's really lame that you have to be on in order for me to visit your island. Because it's like, I mean, who's gonna like that
Because
kind of
what if
sucks.
you steal something? No, just kidding.
Well, I mean, are you gonna be following me around? Well, you have
Yeah.
to give me a tour, and you have. I expect gift baskets, really cool stuff. Like I expect little gift baskets, some cool new gear, maybe a nice tool or something, a water fountain, anything.
She said, just give me anything you're not
Just
using.
a water bottle, a piece of fruit. Just kidding. But yeah, I feel like I'm never gonna get a 5-star island. I'm getting a little bit annoyed because I just
How
want a
many
5-star
stars do you have right
island.
now?
Huh?
How many stars do you have right now?
I don't know. I don't even think I've gotten a star yet, to be honest.
Hmm.
Well, it's because we barely started playing. And Ben did make a good point. He's like, we got this game really late as opposed to everyone else. Everyone else has been on Animal Crossing for a while. And we just recently got it, like not even a month ago. So, yeah.
So you're looking forward to playing more Animal Crossing.
Yes. And like I said, I probably will watch some westerns today in honor of Mr. Morricone. I don't know which one yet, but I'll figure that out later. But I definitely do want to order some movies. I'm actually kind of sad that Criterion hasn't had any sales just because I have money right now to spend on movies and there's no sales.
Well, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's like
No, because I'm like, God damn it, whenever they have sales, I'm always pissed because I don't have money. And I'm
yeah.
like, fuck. But yeah, I'm on the lookout. I'm hoping that they do their 50% off soon. Barnes and Noble sometimes does it.
I have like all of Wes's movies on Criterion and like my Amazon cart, like just ready, like And they're actually not that expensive compared to other ones because I just bought the Bruce Lee one and then it was like $98.
What?
Yeah, but I mean I love Bruce Lee. I love all that
Holy shit. Wait, but it's for the collection.
Yeah, it's like 5 movies.
Oh,
5.
okay. Whew. I was like, fuck, for one movie?
No, it's 5. It's like a collection of his movies.
Jesus. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wait, so you buy them on Amazon or you buy them on actual Criterion?
No, I've been buying them on Amazon just because like I never had an experience with Criterion, like them shipping it here and so that. So I'm kind of like, well, like I've ordered plenty of them through Amazon and I've had,
So you
they're
never
not crushed or anything. They're in good condition.
so you never take advantage of the 50% off?
Not really, to be perfectly honest. I think only one time, but I went to Barnes and Nobles.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I never really done it on their site.
I'm just freaking waiting, dude. I'm like, oof, just say the word, dude. But
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna happen anytime soon. I would think that maybe for 4th of July, but no, they didn't.
And also, I'm looking forward to finishing The Last of Us. But now I got to the part where everybody's like hating on the game, and I understand why now.
Why?
It's really hard. It took me a lot for me to say, okay, you know what? I'm gonna just finish it into the end, make my own opinion about it. Kind of like
Mhm.
movies. So yeah,
So
but I
you're,
still want to finish it though. Hopefully this week I'll be able to finish it.
but you definitely did take your time.
Yeah, definitely. I'm taking my time with it, and now if I feel like I want to rush through it because I don't know if you're ever gonna play with it, and I don't want to give any spoilers to anybody
I
watching,
probably
but
won't take it.
but there's just, I mean, you play as someone else. That's all I'll say,
Hmm.
and it's like almost 10 hours of that. So it's like,
Holy shit!
yeah, and I won't get to, I'm not gonna get into it because I'm not kind of frustrated, but I mean, I'm looking forward to that, to seeing other movies. Yeah, I don't know, just to take it day by day again, Audrey. Another week.
Well, that's all we can do at this point. But yeah.
And
I think,
finally inviting you to my island someday.
well, it better be soon.
What are you doing today?
Today I gotta go to the grocery store.
Oh yeah. Well, you see, you're busy today, and I'm like completely open.
God damn it! Well, you should be open throughout the whole week.
I don't know, Andre. No, just hit me up later. I mean, I'm gonna be home. I'm not going anywhere, so
All right, all right. He
just
said
hit
it
me
here.
up.
If he doesn't let me on his island today, I'm gonna play back the clip.
Next time on the Real Talk podcast, it's just gonna be this. Wait, you can't hear me when I'm like that?
No,
Oh, I swear.
so you were just talking on your own. That's
Yeah.
pretty. I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna take a break then.
What about?
Oh my
You
goodness!
you have to take over the show, Audrey.
Hell no! I'm gonna hang up.
Do a one woman show.
Oh my goodness!
No, but I mean, yeah, let us know what in the conversation down below if you guys are excited for anything this week. I mean, it's pretty insane to think about. We're in July now. Like another 6 months of 2020. That sucks, but hopefully our favorite part of the year doesn't get canceled, like October, November, December, because I love those months. I love the fall. I love all those holidays, and hopefully life is better within like 3 months.
I hope so.
But yeah, Audrey, where could people find you and your art? Putting
On
you
my
on blast.
Instagram, at Audrey Nicole. Audrey spelled Oddrey, and then Nicole.
Swear.
Shut up.
No
Alright,
way.
guys,
Hold
I'm
on.
out. I'll see you later because John doesn't know my Instagram handle.
I didn't know it was that though. Like Audrey.
So what'd you think it was?
I thought it was just like odd, and then like I don't know, like. But I understand what you're your little play. Like okay, it also spells Audrey.
So you just thought that it was random?
Yeah. Like odd something, like odd future.
Odd.
Oh, real quick, now that I saw about it before we end this, what'd you think about? Did you see the tax collector trailer?
Oh yeah. I mean, I didn't really care for it. I was like,
You don't like Shyla, huh?
I love Shia. I just don't think that was a smart casting choice.
Like I was talking about it with Ezra
Uh-huh.
last night, and then they're like he's excited. Oh, I'm excited because I mean I'll watch anything Shia's in, and I love David Ayer's movies like Harsh Times, and he wrote Training Day and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But he's like, yeah, like how come he didn't cast like a Latino, like a Mexican guy?
Yeah.
But he did that also with Christian Bale on Harsh Times.
Well, I mean, I think the reason he did that was because isn't that the whole gist of it? That it's like a white guy growing up in a more
So,
Hispanic community, which I
yeah.
think is the whole point. I mean, people have made it work, but I just can't get behind it because he comes out too much.
He also tattooed his whole chest for it.
Shut up.
Yeah, that was like something
Legit
going on. Like,
tattoos.
legit tattooed. Yeah,
You're lying.
I swear that was like going around the whole like Twitter and everything.
You see,
Well,
I'm not on Twitter.
you see, this is why I'm on Twitter.
What?
Yeah, he actually tattooed his whole chest.
That fucking psychopath. Why would he do that?
I don't know. That's
Oh
cool.
my
I think it's
God.
kind of cool, but at the same time, it's like, well, I hope he likes it. Like I hope it's something he would have.
He's just crazy, dude. But you see, I don't know. Like, it just looks a little, for me, it just looks a little cheesy.
Yeah,
I'm
like one
not,
of those your run of the mill kind of like.
yeah.
Okay,
Like, I'm just like, and then
movie.
there's George Lopez. I'm like, oh my God, of course it's going to have George. Like,
Yeah,
Jesus Christ. I don't know. It's just,
he's your deal, no, Lopez.
I just think it looks a little cheesy, to be honest.
Yeah,
I'm totally down for like gangster movies, but I like them to look a little bit more sophisticated. And I think that one just gave me cheesy vibes. It gave me like I don't know. But
so you definitely won't be there opening night or
yeah, no,
when it's on VOD or whatever.
probably not. I love Shia because and I was thinking I like him more in his roles where he gets to play like an eccentric person because I think that's what matches him the best.
Like his pops,
Yeah,
Sonny
for
Boy.
sure. He did great. He does great when he just gets to be weird because he's just a weird person. You know what I mean?
Did you watch the Peanut Butter Falcon?
I didn't, and I've been wanting to because I heard it's really good.
Hold on, let me see if
John's like, hold on, let me whoop it out right now with my movie collection.
Audrey.
Shut up.
It's a PG show. Stop scaring the audience.
Children?
Yeah.
The children.
Where is it? What is it? Okay, how to spell it? Oh, here it is. Audrey, you might be in luck because look it, I have it and I haven't opened it. So I have the code. You should watch it. I fucking love this movie.
I have to download Voodoo or whatever the fuck it's called, right?
Or movies anywhere. I don't know, depending on what it tells you to stream about. But yeah, I highly recommend this.
You should just send it to me.
Since it's unopened, how dare you? I got that on sale for like $12.99 the week it came out, and now it's like 14 or like 19 or whatever. But anyways, I recommend it.
I definitely do want to watch it. I've heard it's really, really good. It's definitely on my must-watch list.
But also, I feel like you should get on Letterboxd and let me know all the.
You've been telling me to get on Letterboxd, and I am always like, nah.
This is your favorite. It's the lists.
I hate lists.
But yeah, I mean, hopefully we watch some more interesting stuff. I know I've been trying to watch a lot of stuff now. For some reason, I feel like I need to catch up on a lot of movies. So I kind of got that thing out of the way. Like I don't want to really watch anything right now. Like I'll just put something on. Like fuck it,
Yeah. Well,
so good. Yeah. So let me know, Audrey, when you want me to open up my gates to visit my island.
I will definitely tell you. I will be like, all right, I'm coming over.
And to everybody else, I mean, we'll be back hopefully next week at the same time, talking more movies and just, whatever we talk about randomly about this living this crazy life. I just can't imagine trying to be all philosophical about it or something.
I know.
More dating stuff.
Yep. If you want to keep up with John's life.
Me trying to be all secretive.
Audrey
exposed my ass.
If you want to know what John does next, tune in next week.
Yeah, next week.
Does he finally ask her the big question?
Oh, damn, Audrey.
Who's your favorite director? I'm just kidding.
Not even like a real legit question, like a movie question. Yeah. What is your favorite movie?
Do you like Quentin? Do you like early Quentin work or do you like old Quentin work? Just kidding. But yeah.
All right, guys, and Audrey, I'll see you guys. We'll see you guys later. Wait, hold on. Let me get it on the button because then I end it and it's all.